We spent so much time this past summer talking about how to make your volleyball team, but how do you stay on the volleyball team? Let's get right into it. My name is Coach KoKo and I love volleyball so much so my channel is filled with tips, tricks, hacks, and anything you can ever need to know about volleyball. And I'm here to you today to talk about how do you stay on the volleyball team, because there is a such thing as staying on the team. Sometimes you see people not show back up. Sometimes you see new people come in. That's just life. Things ebb and they flow, but you want to make sure that your chances of staying on the volleyball team are solid. So in this video, we're going to talk about 5 ways you can ensure that your spot on the volleyball team will be forever safe. So I've been on a lot of teams in my life. I played JV, I played varsity, I played club in college, I played recreational, I played grass, I played I did all of that. And in those experiences, I've learned a lot of different things, and I'm here to share them to you today. Tip number 1. Your grades, they matter. And this is what I'm trying to say. You are a student first and athlete second. Unless you're not a student anymore and you're an adult volleyball player and you just so happen to watch this. Hello. But if you are a student and you're playing volleyball, your grades do matter. Most schools do have a regulation of a student GPA that student athletes need to maintain in order to participate in athletics. Now, some schools, they vary. You need to look at your own school district, your own school, your own country, and your own city, because they do vary. For me, at my school, I believe it was like a 2.5 something. But our coach made it a very strong priority for us to work on our grades. You have to remember that even though with practice and games, you might be so involved with everything about your sport, you might go after school to practice to go home, you have to remember that your grades do matter, because athletes want to be successful in a lot of different areas of life, not just your sport, but also your grades, communication, student clubs, all that stuff. So remember that you are a student first, athlete second. If you do feel like your grades are suffering, make sure you look out to resources around you. Your counseling center is a great resource. Your school counselor is a great resource. Talking to your coach is a great resource. Even your parents or maybe a close friend that you can confide in. But don't wait until it's too late, because then it's really hard to turn things around. Number 2, your attitude is everything. If you are somebody who is pessimistic, has a bad attitude all the time, mean, angry with life, or just in general not a nice person, mean to others, you might find yourself having a very difficult time staying on the volleyball team. One of the things that we look for, coach, one of the things we look for is somebody who is kind, caring, considerate, and most of all, coachable. If you are a player that I find has a very difficult time playing with others and showing others a great time during games, practices, it could bring the overall mood of the team down. We want to make sure that our team is doing really well, and the one way to do that is our attitude. Have you ever watched a volleyball game where skill-wise the team was like so excellent at skill, but they lost because they were bickering with each other on the court? Is it you? Were you bickering with somebody on the court? Think about that now. See, I've seen it happen, and I say, wow, such tall players, such great hitters, such great servers, but they bicker. We want to remember that your team environment is so important, and that's why we pride team bonding so much and so heavily, to make sure everybody has a resource to talk to each other. So if you know that your attitude could have some work, start working on it. Once again, school counselor, shouting them out, they're great. Tip number 3, make sure that you are on time and you are going to be where you say you're going to be. If you're a player that shows up late to practice every single day, or leaves early every single day, or you're missing so many practices, it's not fair to the players who show up on time if you're not there on time. Or it's not fair to the players who show up on time and then you get to start in a game. A lot of people don't get to start in games because they don't show up when they say they're going to show up. If practice starts at 3:30, be there at 3:30. If practice starts, better yet, if practice starts at 3:30, be there 3:25. Early is on time, you're late, what in the world? So make sure that you're really trying to find out a good schedule for you so you can make sure. Now, if it's a case of emergency, reach out to the coach. Communication is better than no communication. Hey coach, I'm still after school doing tutoring with algebra. I just wanted to let you know, that way I'll be in practice as soon as I can. Hey coach, I'm not feeling well after school. I'm going to go home. I just wanted to let you know to open up the communication. That easy, that simple, whoop, whoop, done. Make sure you communicate with the coach because they rather. Number 4, burnout. What happens if you yourself feel like you're just in too many activities, you're involved in too many things, and then you find that you can't play on the team because you have nothing left to give? It's important to practice self-care. That means being able to schedule your time in a way that you feel like it's valuable and you're doing activities that you enjoy doing. I was one of those people in my freshman year of college where I was in every club doing everything because I wanted to do everything. I burned out quickly. Woo! It was like a fizzle. That's exactly what it was. I was like doing Spanish club volleyball practice so many times a week. I was in the Asian Student Association. I tried to start a fitness class. I was taking group fitness classes. I was working out. I was doing classwork. I was doing so much, and it was just so overwhelming. So make sure you schedule your time in a way that is effective for you, that you have time to relax, be you, breathe. I know I could play volleyball any second of any day, but you can't do it all the time. You have to have time for yourself. So make sure you practice. And if you want more videos on burnout, let me know. Number 5, unable to take constructive feedback. In another video, I was talking about constructive feedback and the importance of constructive feedback and how you take feedback from someone, you process it, and then you apply it based on its validity. So if you are one of those players where the coach says, hey, Jessica, your serve, we need to be working on your serve because it's not going over consistent enough. And you go, coach, I'm doing the best I can. It wasn't me. Or blaming and projecting things on others, that goes back into kind of being coachable. We want to make sure that you are taking that coaching feedback and applying it and growing in your skills. Because what happens if you're on a team for freshman year and then you make it sophomore year, but there's no improvement between freshman and sophomore year, and then you expect to go make varsity and junior year, but you haven't improved any? That is a part of taking that feedback, listening to what it is, and then using it in order to grow into something more. You have to take that feedback in order to be able to process and grow in your skills, because every year we want to make sure that you're progressing in something. That means that you should be getting a little bit better. Now, I'm not saying you have to go from like from like baby who doesn't know how to play to Olympic athlete. What I'm saying is you should be making some kind of progression, and that could be used from coaching feedback. So make sure you listen, and if you want me to make some more videos on how to take feedback, let me know. But these are some ways that you need to start taking a look at to make sure you can stay on the team. And don't expect that if you made the team this year that you might make the team next year. It's a high likely chance because they've already seen you play, but you have to try out just like everybody else. Just like everybody else. So make sure the coaches can see that you're growing, you have a great attitude, you're really dedicated, and make sure you take care of yourself in the process. So with everything, if you like this video, leave a comment below of one way you practice self-care. I like reading books, that's my self-care. In the meantime, I hope that you like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.